He fucks the monkey. He fucks the monkey. Why? Hello everyone, welcome to the trashy corner of YouTube. Out of curiosity, I found myself wondering, what exactly is the worst BL out there? And you know what? Curiosity killed the fucking cat. I went to myanimelist and scrolled and scrolled and scrolled. And eventually I reached the lowest scores. Now the problem with MAL is that I don't think a lot of manga readers, especially of BL, use MAL to track their reading. So there's tons of pages of unrated manga after the lowest scores that could or could not be worse, but we just don't know because they aren't rated. And also most manhwa and webtoons aren't even really on MAL, so we had to rule those out as well. So, are these the worst of all time? Probably not, but regardless, they're pretty bad. So everyone, I read the worst rated yaoi manga on MAL, so you didn't have to. As a surprise to absolutely no one, the lowest ranked is Boku no Pico at 5.20. Fun fact, the ever so infamous Boku no Pico isn't really adapted from a manga, it was an original OVA. So this one here is actually a doujin by someone else. Now, is it as bad as the anime? Pretty close, yeah. So, this doujin is set after what I assume is the whole shebang of the first episode of the anime, so not the triangle threesome, not the cat vibrator, but the ice cream one. It simply depicts Pico and Mokun's life together and, well, if you thought the anime was bad, get ready for round 2. They go on dates and shit and do indecencies in various places, you know, what we expected. But like, in 3 different occasions, Mokun does mention, "Oh, you look like a kid down there." Wow, Mokun, how clever of you. I wonder why. Oh, maybe because he's a kid? Like, did you think a bit of ice cream would have suddenly aged him up? No! Maybe, just an idea, just a thought. Leave Pico alone? Also, why doesn't Pico's grandfather do anything? He's right there.
There's also this scene that is very concerning. Please, Makun, you bitch-ass pedo.
Anyway, this very clearly deserves the spot it has, and I'm just surprised it ain't lower. And the only reason I think for me the anime ranks lower than this is because I can actually hear them go at it. Now, this one was no surprise, I was expecting this to be here, but what I wanted to know was, what could be at the same level as something so infamous as this? Well, the name is 01 Monkey. By the cover, it looks rather old, but no big deal, we can handle that. What could this manga have that would be on the same level as that? Man, I don't even know, and I read this like 3 times and I still don't know what the was happening. So by the description, it's about one guy that apparently is in love with the mailman in the company he works at, but instead of confessing to him like a normal person, he showers his love onto a digital monkey on his PC. That kinda looks like him, cause that makes sense. And when I mean shower his love, I mean, he fucks the monkey. He fucks the monkey. Why? Eventually, the mailman confronts him on this, and the obvious response, instead of being like, "Yeah, I like you, and I've been fucking a monkey to fill that void." No. His answer would of course be, he forces himself onto him. Like, why? And anyway, after the virtual monkey dies, he realizes, shit, maybe what I did wasn't such a good idea. Like, wow, I'm glad you could figure that out by yourself. And he goes to try and make peace with the mailman, who kinda wants revenge, and by revenge I mean he wants to force himself on him back. But now they love each other and it's all good. Now, is it as bad as Boku no Pico? Well, both story-wise, art-wise, and morally-wise, I think it hits pretty low points. But again, I feel like it's in different areas, so they'll be on the same level, just different areas. But what if I told you I've read worse? Would you believe me? Anyway, after that we have an 8-page one-shot doujin called Master and Me, which is just boring. It's like a guy that's a pet that gets thrown away by his master, that's a rich guy or something. I didn't get it, I'm not going to bother with it. But then, we have a new contender for f***upness. Eie ni owaranai, Never Ending Eternity. A one-shot that I knew, just by the mal description, would be really bad. A twisted one-shot about a little boy getting revenge on the father who never wanted him. Abandonment complexes can be very scary. Oh no, can we just leave the children alone, for fuck's sake? So, yeah, after reading it, I can confirm, it's pretty f***ed up. So we have this teacher, Yoho I think, that gets confronted by a student called Ijiri. He already didn't get along with the kid because he reminded him of a woman from a long time ago, and bam, guess what? This is the kid of the woman he tried to forget, who proceeds to drug his drink and take revenge for him not wanting him. Through a very logical decision, he decides, yeah, let's just do and stick a up dad's. Yeah, that's a great idea. But the f***upness doesn't end here. Firstly, this guy got seduced by a 26-year-old when he was 17, and that's why she got pregnant, which is already a mess on its own. Then she wants to keep the kid and she tells him, it's okay, I'll raise him myself, whatever. And he gets mad because he's young and scared, so she disappears or something. And yeah, years later, he ends up getting sexually abused by his son. And he just doesn't leave or run away each day, it just takes it because the kid reminds him of his mom and he kinda still liked his mom or something. And to tie in with this, apparently the kid is in fact doing this because his mom didn't love him and kept using him as a replacement for his dad, which she still loved. So he wants to make his dad love him more than he ever loved his mom as a revenge for both of them. I guess. Oh, and another note, as his dad sucks his... I can say it, I hate this. He says, much better than mother ever was. Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? There's a lot to unpack here. In just a fucking one shot. And in the end, I guess they live happy ever after with the son owning his dad in BDSM or something. And all I have to say is why? Why? Did we need this? Did anyone ask for this to be made? Cause, why? And now, I think this one should rank lower than the two previous ones, because the other ones were like a battle between unconsented sex versus a kid is involved. But in this one, we have both! Congrats, you took the prize! And you see, quite frankly, even though I thought these three were bad, I can already see others above it that I have the feeling might be
a bit worse.
Stop it. Get some help.
So yeah, these were the lowest ranked yaoi on Mal. I definitely think there's worse things out there than this, sadly, but it would be pretty hard to find it here. However, if you did enjoy this and want me to read the rest of the lower rankings, because there's still a lot that I'm very concerned about, do leave a like in the comment below to let me know. I don't particularly want to, but someone has to for the sake of protecting the children. Now, it has come to my attention that
44%
of you aren't subscribed, so I was wondering if you, would click that red button over there, ooh. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias. I stream a few times per week on Twitch. Buy me a Ko-Fi if you feel inclined, and I'll see you after bleaching my brain from what I've seen today. Bye-bye!